Chuwi is taking aim at the Microsoft Surface Book with their latest tablet hybrid, the Hi13. Despite a massive 13.5-inch multi-touch display and detachable keyboard, the Hi13 won't break the bank. The basic tablet is available for $340 or around $400 with the pen and keyboard accessory. And that's about $1,000 less than the Microsoft Surface Book, I might add. Hi, I'm James Bruce with MakeUseOf.com, and today we're taking a look at the Hi13. Running on the same core internals as the Chuwi 14.1 lapbook that we checked out last month and were quite impressed by, the Hi13 features an N3450 system on a chip from Intel with Intel HD graphics, 4GB of RAM and 64GB of eMMC storage, expandable via the high-capacity micro SD card slot. In terms of design, the easily detachable all-metal keyboard, available optionally for $50, makes the Hi13 indistinguishable really from any high-end notebook device. And the keys actually feel really great, something you don't find often on budget keyboards. The trackpad, however, leaves a little bit to be desired. I found it was quite overactive and tended to recognize gestures like minimize all windows despite not touching it. Although the hinge doesn't fully rotate, you can in fact detach the tablet and reattach it in reverse, meaning that you can fold the keyboard underneath safely and not have the keys get activated while you continue to use it as a tablet. On the side of the device, you'll find a 3.5mm stereo jack, the USB-C charging port, a micro USB port, micro SD card slot for storage expansion, and a micro HDMI port. The keyboard, when attached, adds an additional full-size USB port on either side for plugging in USB drives and such, although you might want to use one of those for an external mouse. There are 4 speakers and there's a speaker grill in either corner providing stereo sound. However, I found that a little bit lackluster. Even at maximum volume, it wasn't really that loud. It's fine for personal viewing of movies, but if you were trying to watch as a family or with any good amount of background noise, it's probably going to drown the sound out. The pen, also optional at $30, is an active stylus and includes some degree of pressure sensitivity. And this felt great for just taking notes and scribbling down drawings. Windows actually did a pretty good job at recognizing my scribbles and turning them into text. However, since my writing is a lot slower than my typing, I won't be using that as a long-term input method. But if you're a slow typist, that might be an option to consider as useful for you. The 10,000 mAh battery is charged through the USB-C port and 2 cables are included. One is for direct connection to the wall to your AC socket, and the other is just a standard USB to USB-C, so you can actually charge it with any regular old phone charger as well, which is a nice inclusion. We tested the battery using BBC iPlayer, streaming at maximum brightness and maximum volume, albeit still not very loud, and with battery saver off. And it managed a very respectable 4.5 hours. Now, if you were to turn brightness onto an adaptive mode and turn battery saver on, you would probably get at least another 1 or 2 good hours out of that. It's really the screen brightness that tends to eat up most of the battery. In terms of performance, Geekbench rated it almost identically to the Chuwi 14.1 lapbook, so we're not going to get into too much details there. However, it is important to note that the screen on this is a lot higher resolution. It's 3000 by 2000 pixels natively. And while Windows looks fine thanks to the included 200% text and UI scaling option, which makes sure things aren't small, it does mean that you'll get an occasional bit of user interface lagginess. I also tried some gaming on this with Civilization 6, and unfortunately it was locked to that 3000 by 2000 pixel resolution, and even at the lowest graphical settings I could put on there, it was completely unplayable. So set your expectations appropriately. You're not going to get any sort of high performance gaming out of this device. But for general UI, daily browsing tasks, checking your email, that sort of thing, this is going to serve you just fine. So, should you buy the Chuwi Hi13 tablet? I think the value for money here is really pretty incredible. It's a gorgeous, high-resolution multi-touch display coupled with reasonable internals, and the optional keyboard really turns it into a full sort of laptop device if you need those extended typing sessions. The pen input is fun for drawing and note-taking, though the long-term usefulness of using Windows Stylus input for text is probably quite debatable. With great battery, a great screen, and a really nice design overall, and just for value for money, I think this is a really great tablet. And if you're in the market for a budget, mid-range Windows 10 hybrid device, then this would be a great choice. Anyway, to read my full review and enter our competition to win a bundle of the Hi13 tablet, pen and keyboard, please head on over to MakeUseOf.com. Enter the code HI in the competition widget for some bonus entries. And if you enjoyed this review, please hit like down there. To keep up with all our weekly giveaways, hit subscribe, and if you press the little bell icon next to the subscribe button, you'll be notified the moment we upload a review and giveaway. We'll see you next time for more gadget reviews and tech tips from all of us at MakeUseOf.com. Thank you for watching.